Joining me to talk about the big primary election picture is political scientist Carl Luna. Carl, thanks for coming back to the show.
Nice to be here.
So let's talk about turnout. First of all, primaries are known to have low voter turnout. Was that the case last night?
Well, for a while it looked like how low can you go, because the voter turnout now is officially 28%, but when the absentees come in, a registrar's voter was saying it might be up in the high 30s, which is bad, just not abysmal.
In terms of also big picture, we hear a lot about whether or not San Diego's turning Democrat, traditionally Republican. If you look at who won, who's winning, who's going to the runoff, how did we vote?
We are GOP in the spring, and we're a bit more Democratic in the fall, because in the fall electorate you get a bigger turnout, and there are going to be more moderate independents and Democrats who turn out to vote. Now, in the election yesterday, you had more liberal Democrats turning out and more conservative Republicans than moderates in general.
And that's typical of a primary, isn't it?
Yeah, the primaries, the people who really care show up. Everybody else is playing their 4th of July getaway.
You were on the show a few months ago when we talked about the open primary, top two primary, and that was supposed to be designed to get more moderates out. Did that happen?
Yeah, that was the theory. Every time we play around the primary, the hope is you'll get more moderates to turn out and more independents to turn out.
Right.
One mistake is to assume they're the same thing. Most independents actually have a partisan preference. They just don't like to put the little tag behind their name. And the people who really care are going to show up. Moderates don't show up until November. So it didn't have the impact people had hoped.
Okay, race for San Diego mayor. Now, no real surprises, right? I mean, this is what the polls are saying. It would be Filner and Carl DeMaio.
Yeah, the only surprise is that there was no surprise. Bob Filner was being attacked by pundits for not having run a big campaign. And if he had come in third, everybody go, aha, we were right. But now he's brilliant for what he did. He did more of a shark attack, coming in low, not spending a lot of money on the campaign, letting Nathan Fletcher get destroyed from all sides. And now he slid into second place, and he's got his ammunition for the fall. Carl DeMaio was always supposed to come in first. His problem is he now has to figure out how to move himself up in terms of the 2012 fall campaign.
So both of them are going to want Nathan Fletcher's votes and Bonnie Dumanis' votes. And I'll tell you what Congressman Filner told me just moments ago is that he is going to ask Nathan Fletcher for his endorsement. Is this a brilliant move? And would Nathan Fletcher even give him his endorsement?
It's a brilliant move unless you get turned down. So ideally, he'll work that out before he makes a big public brouhaha about that. I don't know if I was Nathan Fletcher if I'd want to do that, because he made his reputation now as being an independent. You switch from Republican to independent to Democrat, you get a little wishy-washy in there. But it would certainly help Bob Filner if he got Nathan Fletcher's endorsement.
And do people pay attention to those endorsements?
Not a whole lot, but enough of them will that it's going to, every little thing you do, money you spend, doors you knock on, these are certain amounts of votes in your till, and if you can pick up votes, you never walk away from them.
If you look at just policy, when you compare Carl DeMaio, Nathan Fletcher, and Bonnie Dumanis, they're very similar, and Bob Filner is very different. So I would make the assumption that those votes would go to Carl DeMaio if people are voting based on policy.
People don't just vote based on policy, though. They vote on identity. There's a number of voters who voted for Bonnie Dumanis who are not going to vote for Carl DeMaio in the fall, and they'll either stay home or go to Bob Filner. When Nathan Fletcher became an independent, he gained 10, 12 points in the polls. Those did not come from a Republican base. So those votes may very well go to Bob Filner. If I was Carl DeMaio, I would take solace in the fact I came in first, but I would look at it and say, look, I only got 31%. I've got a lot of ground to cover between now and November.
Let's move on to some of the other big stories last night. Now, the 52nd Congressional District. What happened there?
Brian Bilbray came in first, but this is another case of came in first in the primary, going to have a harder time closing the deal in the general election, because his district now is much more moderate than the district he used to run in. And this would be the second time if he lost in November, he had a district shot out from under him because of redistricting. So he's got to position himself as a moderate Republican, but still hope to attract a lot of national money to help him be able to win the election. It's still not quite certain Scott Peters, Lori Saldana, probably Scott Peters, but the Democrats collectively got 4% more of the vote than Brian Bilbray did, and this will put them in a better situation for the November election.
An interesting district, still slightly more Republicans than Democrats, and then a lot of decline to states.
Yeah, it kind of breaks by thirds. Now, the question with those decline to states, how are they going to break in terms of Republican and Democrat? and the voter turnout come November, there's going to be a tidal wave of national money that rolls in for this race.
Any surprises last night in any of these races?
Surprises where there weren't many surprises. I think the most interesting on the little sideline was the 51st that Senator Denise DeCheney failed to come in first or second for that race. Juan Vargas came in first with a clear advantage in the voting, and then he has a Republican opponent who probably doesn't have much chance come the fall.
We don't hear a lot about state assembly and state senate races. Basically, these are going to be decided in the November election. Was that pretty standard in terms of the top two?
Yeah, the Republican and Democratic candidates who expected to win won where there's a competitive seat. In most of the seats, it's going to be a Republican or Democrat. They'll win their primary, and that'll be it come November. So you'll look at a couple of races possibly in the fall for the state legislature that might be interesting.
We haven't got a lot of time, but I know a number of San Diego council races were actually determined, either people running unopposed. What's the makeup going to look like now of this new city council?
We have a 5-3 Democratic majority council. We've added the 9th district, which is a Democratic pickup, but Republicans have picked up the 7th district with Mr. Sherman. So the best either party can do will be a 5-4 majority come the fall, and it will be a 5-4 one way or another. Nobody gets a veto-proof majority, which will be interesting depending on which mayor we have, that we can even say we got a debate about Republican, Democrat, mayor, and city council is a sign San Diego is changing.
Carl Luna, thanks for being here. I want to send people to kpbs.org because I know you spoke with Maureen Kavanaugh earlier at length. So if they want to hear more about this, then go to kpbs.org. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.